Hi YouTube, Mochismo Eugene, another video from Exit Strategy. Welcome. Today I want to talk to you about rabies and the narcissist. What do they have in common? Well, there is no cure for rabies, and it's been said there's no cure for the narcissist. And I'm willing to side with that opinion, although opinions are those of us who make them, and they don't have to be expressly embraced. I'm going to read something regarding rabies, what to do if your cat has rabies. And it says there is no treatment or cure for rabies in cats. And this is not to be triggering towards cat and dog owners. I own pets as well. Our sensitivity level has to be that of a soldier. Our temperament has to elevate. We can't be overly sensitive, and if it is triggering, I am very sensitive to that, and I would just ask you guys to mute for a moment as I expressed in that comparison of what I'm talking about with regards to the narcissist. It said there is no treatment or cure for rabies in cats. Once symptoms appear, a cat, oh, I lost it. It says once symptoms appear, a cat's health will deteriorate quickly, and it will die within a matter of days. Your cat should be humanely euthanized to ease their suffering and to protect the other people and pets in your home. Now, I hope you caught that last part. Your cat should be humanely euthanized, put down, put to sleep, to ease their suffering and to protect others, the other people and pets in your home or surrounding areas. First of all, you would have to catch this cat because they're so aggressive. You have to catch them in a way where they're not going to harm you or infect you. So you would probably have to call animal, what do you call it, animal catchers. Wind is blowing hard out there today. It's going to get a storm here soon. So what does rabies and narcissists have in common? They have a terminal mental health disorder or spiritual disease, and it is not going to take them down quickly. It's going to take you down quickly. See, that's the spin I want to put on this. And I'm going to have to come strong. I'm going to have to come direct. I'm not going to mince words. I am not going to play around when I come to encourage you guys to exit this relationship of sorts. This is why I started this. I'm not here to browbeat anybody. I'm not here to vilify anybody for making decisions that you make. I'm not here to tear you down. I am here to just be unapologetic about the fact that these people are subhuman. They do not reason and rationalize like you and I do. And that's the first thing you have to understand. And once you understand that, it still becomes hard to digest. Why can't they reason? Why can't they rationalize? They will give it an illusion that they have rationalized, reason, come to their senses, but they're all mimickers. And in the world we're living in today, even as an empath, we could fake, we could mimic, we could manipulate, we could fool people, we could do all the sorts of things. And there are a lot of people who aren't narcissists that are cons, that deceive people. Because I've told you before, all of this is learned behavior. You don't necessarily have to be a narcissist to do people wrong. But if you're an empath or a chosen one, you don't delight in doing people wrong. I just had to stress that. So going back to having to put this animal down. You have to put distance between you and that narcissist, because you know I don't condone any violence of any sort when it comes to the narcissist. I will never, never endorse that. Although there's been instances where the narcissist got bitch slapped and they got their instant karma, and I'm not gonna say that they didn't see it coming, but I'm not gonna say that that's anytime cool for the perpetrator or the person that resorts to that, because actually it's a lure for the narcissist. They actually can lure you into hurting them, and they'll take the punch, they'll take the slap, they'll take the kick in the ass, they'll take the bullet, because they're autonomous. They're just like a programmed robot. And if you've seen these movies with robots, the robot can be programmed to kill and annihilate. It just keeps coming, keeps coming, keeps coming, keeps coming. It never aborts mission. And that's the narcissist. So you want to be careful. Stay your distance. This is how you don't get infected by these monsters. You have to keep your distance. And you also have to realize that everything that you created with this person, you created it on your own. They sat back in the shadows. They observed you come up with ideas. They observed you put in the work, roll your sleeves up. They observed you began the thing. And then they come in and they give their little sly idea, having you think they're in support and they're like team. This is team effort. You're thinking this is team effort. And you're like, wow. You're in there painting the house you just bought. You're thinking, wow, that's a good idea. Let's do that. I wouldn't have thought of that. And I guarantee you, whatever idea the narcissist has is never original. I've taken ideas from other people. But one thing about empaths and chosen ones, we originate a lot of things that we do. We are creative. We are creative. And I don't believe there's anything on planet Earth that one man has thought of in and of himself that hasn't been done before, because the good book says there is nothing new under the sun. What is, has been, and will be again. So everything is just going in a rotational fashion in the world. There's no new ideas. It's just new to us. But we do have a tendency to come up with very wise ideas, very healthy ideas. If the narcissist suggests anything in a relationship, you better believe it is for their benefit in the long run, never yours. So the distance you have to create between you and the narcissist doesn't matter how much you've built with them. You have to understand this one fact: they don't give a damn about you. They don't care about you. You have children from them. They don't love their children. You have to understand, they don't know what love is. They can mimic love. The way you and I practice love, we water it. It grows. It becomes more and more and more stronger as time goes on. We attach bonds to the love we have for people. And it doesn't cease for something petty. Like you see in this day and time, people are saying, I love you. They won't even say, I love you in a real way. It'd be like, much love, love you. All the slang that we throw out there. Nobody can go back to the old-fashioned way of saying, I love you. I love you too. Be well. Take care of yourself. Good to see you. We love you. We'll see you next time. And if we don't see you, bless. those are things that you cannot put a price on, which is love, appreciation, caring for somebody in a real way, not for what they can do for you. So for that being the case, they don't love their children. They fathered or mothered a child with you, but they don't love that child. Their love is contingent on if that child meets up to their expectations. And get this, the expectations, or the expectation that the narcissist desires from that child today, it changes every moment. It doesn't stay consistent. It's almost like that State Farm commercial, I believe it was. It's before the Jake from State Farm. It might have been Farmers Insurance. And this old man with the fishing rod, he has $1 on it, and everybody's jumping at the dollar, and he goes, "Oh, gotta be a little quicker. Almost got it." And that's how the narcissist looks at you. You're just jumping for the dollar, or the child is just jumping for the dollar. It's not in the cards for the child to ever achieve the goal of grabbing the dollar. Someone said they always moving the goalpost or the out of bounds line. They moving it inward. So every time you're out of bounds, just when you think you're in bounds, you're out of bounds. Just when you think the field goal is good, they move the field goal to the left or the right. They move the rim, so you think you're gonna hit, you're gonna make that jump shot. You practice it all your life. All of a sudden you miss it by a mile. You say, "Man, how did I miss this thing by a mile?" Because you've been deceived. You've been deceived. It's simple, very simple. And if we don't understand these simple things about the narcissist as it is on a practical level, we won't understand the deeper things of why they are so insidious in their behavior. Just wanted to share that with you guys today. Bless.